New tonight, we are finding out about the motive in a deadly shooting in broad daylight at a Costco parking lot on Super Bowl Sunday. Detectives say it was a bunch of criminals going after one another. The whole thing was caught on camera. Stephanie Duprey here with new details tonight from detectives.
Well, I dug through more than 20 pages of court paperwork, and in them they say that this violent encounter was a drug deal gone bad and that the buyers planned on robbing the dealer. At this point, there are 6 suspects in custody, and 4 of them are facing charges of murder and kidnapping. These 4 men are sitting in jail cells accused of working with 2 other teenagers in what police are calling a drug deal gone deadly. The murder of 19-year-old James Garola happened at this Costco parking lot, and it was all caught on camera. Watch as this plays out. You can see Garola standing by the silver car. Records say one of the suspects blocked Garola's black BMW from the front. You see Garola start to walk away, and then multiple cars enter the frame. Watch here as guns are drawn and bullets riddle the BMW, and everyone takes off. Garola died at the scene, and that's where things ended, but records say it began when Garola used WhatsApp to set up this apparent drug deal. Police say they found messages pointing to the Costco parking lot and pictures of drugs from Garola's phone. Detectives say when they found Garola, he had a gun in his hand and multiple bricks of drugs that matched the photos from his phone. Records say the suspects planned to rob Garola and then shot and killed him after surrounding him so he couldn't leave. And the 2 teens involved in this case have not been named or charged yet, but in those records it says that one of those teens admitted to police that he fired a shot. Reporting in the newsroom tonight, I'm Stephanie Duprey for Arizona's Family.